There is one chapter in the Bible that has been used on battlefields, in prison cells, and in the darkest moments of human history. It has protected, delivered, and shielded believers for thousands of years, and yet most Christians read it like a poem. Today, we go deeper. Psalm 91 is not a decoration. It is not a verse you put on a coffee mug or post on a Sunday morning. It is a covenant, a divine contract between God and every believer who truly understands what it contains. And here's the question nobody is asking. If this chapter is so powerful, why did Satan himself quote it when he was trying to destroy Jesus? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will never read Psalm 91 the same way again. Number 1. It begins with a position, not a promise. Most people treat this chapter like a blessing list, but before any promise is given, God establishes a condition. Psalm 91:1 says, "Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty." Notice that word, dwells, not visits, not occasionally checks in, dwells. Think about it this way. A house protects you from a storm, but only if you are inside it. Standing on the porch gives you almost nothing. The protection of Psalm 91 is not automatic. It is positional. The enemy doesn't mind you knowing about God. He minds you dwelling with God. Because a believer who truly abides in God's presence becomes something the enemy cannot easily reach. Number 2. Satan memorized this chapter and used it against Jesus. This is one of the most overlooked details in all of Scripture. When Satan tempted Jesus in the wilderness, he didn't quote a random verse. He quoted Psalm 91. Matthew 4:6 records Satan saying, "He will command his angels concerning you, and they will lift you up." That is Psalm 91:11-12. Think about that carefully. The enemy studied this chapter. He memorized it. He understands its power so deeply that he tried to weaponize it against the Son of God. And here is what that reveals. If Satan took time to attack using Psalm 91, it means this chapter carries real spiritual authority. The enemy does not waste energy on things that don't matter. He attacks what threatens him, and Psalm 91 threatens him. Number 3. There is a covering most believers never activate. Psalm 91:4 says, "He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield." This is a picture of divine covering. In Scripture, wings represent protection, covenant, and intimate shelter. But here is where most believers miss it. They read about the covering, but never rest under it. They know the words, but still carry their fears as if the covering does not exist. The enemy is comfortable with believers who know about God's protection. He is terrified of believers who actually rest in it. There is a difference between knowing you are covered and living like you are covered. Psalm 91 is an invitation to live like it. Number 4. God sees every trap the enemy has set for your life. Psalm 91:3 says, "Surely he will save you from the fowler's snare." The fowler's snare is a hidden trap, something set quietly and invisibly. And this is exactly how the enemy operates. He rarely attacks directly. He sets slow traps, gradual compromise, subtle distractions that pull you off course so gently you don't notice until you are far from where you started. This verse tells us God sees every hidden snare designed for your life, before you fall into it, before it closes around you. Because God operates in dimensions the enemy cannot access, the believer who meditates on Psalm 91 begins developing sensitivity to hidden dangers. Something feels wrong before they can explain why. A door closes before they walk through it. A warning rises in their spirit. That is this chapter working in real time. Number 5. The chapter ends with God speaking directly to you. Most of Psalm 91 is written about God. He will cover, He will protect, He will command angels. But in verse 14, something shifts. God Himself begins to speak. He says, "Because He loves me, I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name. He will call on me, and I will answer him." Notice what activates everything. Love, acknowledgement, calling on Him. Not perfection, not religious performance. Simply a heart that loves God, knows His name, and calls on Him. That is the key the enemy does not want you to find. Because the moment you understand that Psalm 91 is not about your worthiness, but about your relationship with God, everything changes. This chapter was written for you, not for a distant generation, not for spiritual giants, for you, right now, in whatever battle you are facing, in whatever trap you feel surrounded by, in whatever darkness is pressing against your life. God is saying, dwell in me, trust me, call on me, and I will answer. If this opened something in you today, don't scroll past this moment. Like this video. Comment below, Lord, I dwell in you. Share this with someone who needs to know the power of Psalm 91. And subscribe to Selah Depths, because there is always more beneath the surface.